Sorry, you guys. Good morning. I wanted to do this quick video for all of you. One moment. So it's actually pretty early here. Hello, 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 Diva. It's pretty early here, and I wanted to give you guys just a few tips. And a lot of you who are new to the channel, I don't think you realize I actually have another YouTube channel that's been around a few years. It's called Andrea Cox TV. It's a health and detox channel. I'm really, really well known in the detox, vegan, plant-based health arena. I was just featured in the local newspaper about 2 weeks ago for that. So that is Andrea Cox TV, and I wanted to read something to you guys. So hop on over there. Thank you for subscribing here. If you can also subscribe there, that would be wonderful. This isn't going to be a full reading. I just wanted to give you a few tips. So it is 7:44 a.m. here. I woke up around 6:30. I'm on my third glass of water. This is just purified water. It's water from glass. It's not water from plastic. Water from plastic leaches chemicals. I'm not going to show my face today. Let me just hide this user just because it's really early in the morning and I don't feel like it. Sorry. Because I'm still in what I slept in and, at any rate, one of the things that I do every morning that I think is vitally important is I make sure I drink 3 big glasses of water. So usually I drink it in a canning jar and I'll do 1 to 2 32-ounce like canning jars full of water and lemon. This one has lemon in it too. I'm going to take a quick drink. It's really good if you have any kind of allergy problems. I'm actually allergic to dogs and cats, and I have rescue animals. So this is like of the utmost importance for me to do every day, but it really gets the liver going, it gets the bowels going. It's a really good way to just kind of flush the system. So I'm just going to take one more drink. And I really like when I drink the water, I really imagine like the water, like I put a lot of good intentions into the water itself. And I really imagine the water purifying my body. Like I set the intention that this glass of water is going to purify my body of any negativity. It's going to cleanse me on a cellular level. It's going to clear out my bowels. It's going to clear my skin. It's going to invite positivity into my day. I set the intention. I never go for like coffee first or even an elixir tonic first. I always make sure I drink at least 2 canning jars full or 3 big glasses of water. So I'm just going to finish this off. Okay. And I usually write something, and I'm going to read you what I wrote today. So what I wrote today is, we've entered into a time where everyone is desiring peace, unconditional love, forgiveness, and acceptance. Gone are the days of struggle. Gone are the days of being indecisive about our path. Gone are the days of not taking all into consideration. It's not about you or me. It's about community. It's not about the wealthy or the poor. It's about all classes. It's not about black or white, gay or straight. It's about having 100% acceptance and giving as one community. Because people who truly build and give do not discriminate. They do not base their choices on societal standards or social norms. They invite, include, and have compassion for all races and creeds, including animals of every breed. Show me the word collective that rhymes with selective, and I will laugh. But show me the words conscious, awakened, whole, and I will cheer. Why? Because we are all one. Every race, every religion, every human, animal, and species. Until we stop taking from Mother Earth to build tall buildings and pollute our earth, we will not be set free. Until we stop using, abusing, and slaughtering animals for food, our earth, and all of its unique creatures, we will not be set free. Until we stop allowing our government and the modern man to abuse technology to peer into our most private, intimate moments, we will not be free. Until we stop passing judgment on what religion, sexual preference, or skin color should be accepted as the norm, we will not understand the word freedom. We are whole when we see clearly that we are one. We are whole when we see clearly that we are one. I'm going to say that one more time, and I'm going to explain to you something that I think that means. We are whole when we see clearly that we all are one. Thank you. A couple months ago, I stood in a grocery store line, and there was a gentleman that looked over and saw two younger men who were obviously a couple, and the words he used deafened my ears, sickened me to the core. Sickened me. And I'm not a quiet person when it comes to speaking out, especially I'm a huge rooter for the underdog, always have been. And so in my all-encompassing, extreme bitch mode voice, I said, wow, I hope that makes you feel better about yourself. Because it was cruel. It was unkind. It was unconscious. And it was, I'm sure, devastating to those two men who were probably in their mid-20s, who it took a lot of courage to probably come out and speak or be openly together. And I grew up Christian, and the Christian religion, frowns upon that type of thing, that type of relationship. I do not. I think that we were born to be free. Free to love who we choose to love. Free to be with who we choose to be with. Free to speak openly and honestly about whatever we choose to speak about. Free to be able to live in a white community if we have black skin. Free to be able to marry a black woman if we are a white male. Free to be able to marry someone of Indian descent if we are a white female. Free to be able to board a plane. Hey, Veronica. Free to be able to board a plane and maybe have a head wrap on without people looking at us like, you know, we're going to blow the damn thing up. I'm speaking. Sorry. Got to say this. Free to be able to dress the way we feel we want to dress without feeling like we're going to be attacked on a street with words or judgment, or even worse. Free to be able to level up without judgment. Free to be able to use our computer without having to put a piece of tape over the monitor out of fear that we're being spied upon. Amen, Jade 1111. Show me the word collective and I'll laugh because that's selective. Show me the word whole and I'll cheer. There is so much discrimination that goes on that if you were born in if you're born in a Caucasian male body, you just simply don't understand. If you're a female, you understand a little bit about discrimination because there's a lot of discrimination that goes on in the workplace with not being able to work without someone over you hitting on you, etc. Why do you think I'm an entrepreneur? I finally am coming together with people in business, finally, that don't want to sleep with me. Story of my life. Now, if I were a black woman or a woman of Indian descent, oh God, even worse. Because you're dealing with a whole other group of people that discriminate against you. And those of you who are like, oh, that hasn't happened in years. Really? What's your skin color? I love that. I love when people are like, no, that doesn't go on anymore. Really? 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 I've seen it happen. I've also seen people, I grew up in Ohio, where it's horrible, where Confederate flags are in the back of pickup trucks. Horrible. Horrible. Desiree, I really encourage you to go after people who discriminate against you legally. So I spoke yesterday about how my privacy has been invaded. And I think I've spoke publicly enough that it will stop now. I also spoke about how I shot pictures when I was like 20 years old and how someone I was involved with spread them all over social media for years to ruin my name and ruin my opportunities. I may or may not go after this person legally. But there's already been an ongoing, for years now, investigation on that. I also spoke about, people should be able to be free to leave people without feeling like their name's going to be ruined on the internet. And he's not big enough to ruin anything. But I want to encourage you, black, white, Indian, whatever, to stick up for justice for yourself. But I want to talk about something else that's a missing link. And this is where I lose a lot of you, but I want you to really listen now. This is important. It's important to me and my cause. And I know that I might lose a couple of you because you're like, but I see a huge difference between those two groups. I want you to listen. Just like there shouldn't be any difference between male and female equality in the workplace. I don't see a lot of males going to work out of fear in their boss that they're going to get, hit on or what have you. I don't see a lot of white males being worried when they're pulled over by a cop. I'm sorry. I don't. I get pulled over all the time. I'm not afraid. I think that I would be afraid if my skin wasn't this color. I'm just saying I have to put it out there. Okay? And my dad was a state trooper in Ohio. So just saying, I come from a family that... Okay. So just like that, all right, I have to bring up, because you know me, drinking my little water, eating my vegan food, I have to bring up something else that's very important, and I think a lot of us ignore. The animals. Just hear me out. You love your dog, right? A lot of you are my clients. You have pit bulls, you have poodles, you have all these you have terriers, you have labradoodles, all these little dogs. But you're putting a pig or a cow on your plate at dinner, or a chicken. I implore you to not ignore the videos you see as you scroll down Facebook. I implore you to watch the way those animals are treated and slaughtered. I implore you to go to my other YouTube channel, Andrea Cox TV, and subscribe. Not for subscriber count. I give zero. I could care less. But look at the older videos and the recipe videos and learn how to make some of the food for yourself. It tastes delicious. Dead body, dead food, dead body. Live food, live body. I implore you to go vegan. Stop eating the eggs, stop eating the chicken, stop eating the pork. You can't open the third eye while you're still eating it. Watch things like What the Health and these documentaries that show you what truly goes on. You'll never want to eat it again. And I want to tell you, those of you who are like, it's expensive to go vegan. Farmers markets are all over the place. Can save a lot. You can grow your own. Even if you're in an apartment, grow boxes. I'll teach you how to do all of that. If you have kids or husbands and you're like, they won't eat this, go get them a Beyond Burger, a Beyond Meat burger that has no meat in it. They won't even know the difference. Put some ketchup on it, steaks, whatever you do. They won't know the difference. I have female clients that do it all the time. You have the power to change at any time you choose to. When you go vegan and you fight for the animals that are living, breathing, feeling animals, did you know that at dairy farms, the male cows are shot in the head at 4 days old because they're no use and they're just thrown into a pile with the other dead animals, usually right in front of the mothers. And then the mothers they make a circular motion around the dead calves for like days in confusion, crying, moaning. Fact. Did you know that pigs are smarter than a 4-year-old toddler? Fact. Did you know that when pigs are slaughtered and they're lined up to go into the slaughterhouse and they can hear their other like family members being slaughtered? Did you know they squeal and try to turn around and run away? Fact. I hate to say this, but it's true. Did you know that for milk to be produced, that the female cows, they take one mother cow and they impregnate her? A man's hand goes up and impregnates her with this stick that shoots a sperm of another cow in there, and she stays pregnant her whole life without ever seeing one of her babies. As soon as her babies are born, they take them away. They shoot the males in the head because they're useless. And the females are made into the same thing to produce dairy. It's horrible. You guys gotta change, man. Because, look, there's a lot of shadiness that goes on in this world, and our government really doesn't want you to learn the right way, all right? They don't want you to learn that they watch you on the internet and you got to put a piece of tape on your frickin' computer and shit. They don't want you to learn that that there are certain classes that they don't want to rise above. Because as those classes of people get smarter and smarter and learn more and more about the truth, they become stronger. And there are strength in numbers. And there's a reason I'm a loner. There's a reason. Because I don't believe in a lot of the shit that goes on. I don't believe the way a lot of people are treated. I don't believe how a lot of people are spoken to a certain way in public, and then behind closed doors they're talked about. Because of this, yeah, me too. Let's not even go to the Me Too thing, because that's a whole other story. I have a great Me Too story, and I'll share it with you sometime. Things need to change. Show me collective that rhymes with selective, and I'll laugh, because that's how our society is, selective. Because people who truly build and give do not discriminate. They do not base their choices on societal standards or social norms. They invite, include, and have compassion for all races and creeds, including animals of every breed. I promise you, universally, spiritually, God, your ancestors, whoever, start making plant-based choices for your family and yourself. There was a phone call, and you will be rewarded. I wanted to share this message with you today because there's a reason why I choose to walk my path alone. And I've had many chances and have been in many high society groups that I didn't agree with, and that my mouth and my words were a little too bold for, and my beliefs were a little too strong for. And that's okay. I'll back out with grace. I've fought a little fight of my own my whole life because of the way I look, that has gotten me to a lot of places, but also knocked me down because people were jealous. And I think a lot of you have your own internal battle that you fought and maybe stayed quiet about. And a lot of you were born into that battle, unfortunately, because of the color of your skin. And man, behalf of, I don't even know what to say, you know? I'm sorry. Shit. Like that even matters, you know? A lot of you have your own struggle every day. And I just want to encourage you to not stay silent. That's all. Amen, Veronica. That is all. I love you guys, and I want to encourage you to learn about health and feeding your body. You can eat off of plants. I've done it almost 20 years. And it tastes delicious, you guys. I make vegan pizzas, vegan ice cream. There's so many choices out there. Oh, hey, Dollface. You're welcome, you guys. And I spoke last night on the video on how you can help me because I got out of the double hacking. So any purchases you make on the Detox Intuitive right now, the detoxintuitive.com, by clicking on spiritual gifts and offerings, really show me that everything is working smoothly, going smoothly, and everything is protected now. If something doesn't work, you can send me an email right on the website by hitting the contact button. I love each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be well. I love you guys. I'm with a client all day today. She's building a retreat center, so I'll be at her house. And tomorrow, possibly tonight, I'll be back on. Okay. That's okay, Katie. I'm getting to the bottom of it. I love you guys. I want you guys to stand in your power. I've had to stand in my power a lot over the past few months, and I think I've raised my voice loud enough. My God. I hope my family still invites me to Christmas, to where people are going to leave me alone now. I love you guys. Be well.